Godfidence Women Podcast, where we talk about all things God, faith, and purpose. I'm your host, Rachel Penn and Jennifer Gilbert, here to remind you that confidence begins with Godfidence. Get ready for real conversations, powerful testimonies, and encouragement to help you walk boldly in your calling. Hey guys, welcome. Happy Tuesday. We're so elated that y'all can make it today. You have the amazing Jennifer Gilbert, Dr. Jennifer Gilbert. Hey, boo.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
So glad that you can make it in today. This topic is deep, guys. This is heal, so you do not bleed on your assignment. Guys, I'm telling y'all need to get y'all pen and y'all paper. Because
she done slapped me up, y'all. She done slapped me up. That made me get my whole self together. As soon as I got home, I was like, she was like, here, so you don't bleed on your assignment. And then he had nerve enough to pray for me.
And then,
and is that?
Will, and always will. Guys, we are all so gifted and talented. But life be lifing.
Is.
Okay? And when life, a lot of times we carry the guilt of that life. We carry that divorce with us. We carry the disappointment with us. We carry the rejection with us. We carry health setback with us. We carry losses and we carry stress. And then we carry that into our assignment. And you're like, what is my assignment? Let's go there. Your assignment, if you had a job and you feel like your job is stressing you the heck out, that could be an assignment for you. And if you go into that job and you start acting like your job, you are not doing your assignment, sis. Let me say it again. Fix your face, sis. Look at Jennifer, Dr. Jennifer face. If your job is stressing you out, there is something about that job that you were sent because you are special. You are ordained. You are a child of the Most High. You are a child of the King. That means you're supposed to be going in there shining your light bright. You should be going in there smiling. You should be going in there and they should be trying to figure out like, dang, she kind of work every day, smiling, cheesing, being the light of the world. Good morning. Hey, Samantha. I'm sorry. I didn't probably say your name right. My apology. I just seen a NT on the end. You know, I tore that up, right? So I'm saying that because that going to your job is your assignment. And sometimes we go to work because that's not the job that we like. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're going to school right now. And so you feel like the job that you're on is not your ideal job. Baby, that's still your assignment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything that you touch on the way to where you're trying to go, that's still your assignment. Hey, Asia, glad to see you today. So everything is your assignment. And so you should be able to tell confidence people from everybody else. And any person that know me in real life, if you know me in real life, I'm really like this in real life. I'm bubbly. I'm friendly. I am the light. Am I lying, Jennifer?
All the time.
It
make me tired.
I am the light of the room because my presence is going to bring excellence when I flow. Why? Because I pray before I go places. I bring the Spirit of God with me. I already asked God to protect me before I get there. I already asked God to move anything that shouldn't be there when before I even walk into the room. So when I walk in with authority, right? And that's how we should be. All right. So I got 2 pages and we're not going to get to these 2 pages. So I'm on Jennifer. I'm going to give y'all the 7 and I'm going to ask Jennifer some questions and I'm going to start talking a little bit slower, but I'm talking fast because I realized this was such a good topic and I had so much to say. So I'm going to try to get as much out as we can in this hour. So, 7 ways to heal. Tell the truth. Be honest with yourself. If this hurt me, Jennifer, say it.
That's number 1. That's number one.
You got to be honest. This hurt me.
Yeah.
I'm hurting right now.
Yeah.
Because if we don't acknowledge what we're feeling, that is the number 1 reason why we crash out.
Yeah.
Because we never acknowledged it. Number 2, Stop bleeding on people. And you know when you do it. You know it. You know when you snapped on somebody, you're like, oh, they didn't even deserve that. Oh. You
See?
know when your husband get the snap on when somebody at your job did something to you, but he didn't? Or when your husband did something, but the people at your job got it? Y'all know what I'm
See?
saying.
Yes,
Okay?
Lord.
Give yourself permission to heal slow.
Say what?
Give yourself permission to heal slow.
Because the best healing comes from the inside out.
Say it. Say it again.
The best healing, the most intense healing, the most intentional healing, the longest healing, the most in-depth healing comes from the inside out.
Give yourself permission to heal slow. Take care of your mind and your body. That's why it's so important when you don't feel well to take a bath. Jennifer, that's why it's so important when you don't feel good to comb your hair. That's why it's so important when you don't feel good to iron and look at your face. Come on, Jennifer, stop for a second. You've had losses in your life. Be
Okay.
honest. When you have
Mm-hmm.
a real bad loss, depression,
Okay.
seizure,
Mm-hmm.
death, do you want to
Mm-hmm.
bathe? Be honest.
No, I don't want to do
No,
anything. I don't want to
no.
eat. I don't want to sleep. I
You
don't
don't
want to
want to
do
eat.
nothing.
You don't want to eat. And so, and that's why it's so important to take care of your body, to
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and take that bath, because something about that shower, something about that bath rejuvenates you.
Mm-hmm.
Something
Mm-hmm.
about getting that funk off your breath rejuvenates you. Something about combing your hair rejuvenates you. It's so important. Forgive your oh, this is so good. Forgive, forgive so you can move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Forgive.
Mm-hmm.
I let me say this with my whole chest. Forgive
Uh-oh.
so you can move forward does
Uh-huh.
not mean that I'm telling you to forget. Let me say it again with my whole chest. Forgiveness does not mean, oh, I forgive you. No, yes, I do forgive you, but I'm not going to let you hurt me again. Okay.
Yeah.
I do forgive you. That don't mean I'm going to go let you do it again. But I
Mm-hmm.
forgive you though.
Mm-hmm.
Me
Mm-hmm.
forgiving you is for me to go to heaven. It ain't for you to
Mm-hmm.
hurt me again. Okay. Amen. Somebody. Okay. Stop isolating yourself. Hello, Dr. Jennifer.
Mm.
Stop isolating yourself. Do you know that isolation is the number one killer of suicide? You know what happens? Look at her, look at your Dr. Faye. Because I know the moment we feel defeated, the moment we get over anxious, the moment we get disappointed, the moment we get the bad news, the moment we get the diagnosis, that moment we just go ringer off,
Mm-hmm.
closed doors, light off, in the bed, don't want to be bothered, don't want to talk to nobody. And that isolation brings you deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into depression. These are facts. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, I got a question for you though.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Dr. Life Coach lady. Okay, because we get the Dr. Life Coach lady. Because I'm gonna speak for me, right? I feel like sometimes when life for me gets overwhelming, when I have a lot on my mind, a lot on my plate, I feel like it's safest that I shut down.
Good. Okay.
Right.
I so love this. Keep going.
The reason why is because I feel like it's for the betterment of me and for those that I encounter. Right.
So good. So you don't
Because
bleed on them. That's good.
exactly. One, that I don't bleed on them. And two, that I don't injure my own self.
So good.
Or re-injure myself, or make an emotional decision, which would lead to injury, be it of my business, of my brand, of my whatever, of my ministry. I want to, the Bible says to be sober and be vigilant. Why? Because the adversary, the enemy, like a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And so oftentimes when I can only speak for me, I get like, oh my God, I got because I'm doing 99,000 things. And so sometimes life can just get overwhelming. And it's like my head is spinning like the girl on The Exorcist, like not that bad, but it's just be like just like a bobblehead, right? And then I just have to like stop and shut it down. Now, what is the difference between my stop, shut it down so I don't bleed on the people nor re-injure myself versus the unhealthy stop, shut it down that you're talking about?
The time, the length of time.
Okay.
Did you catch that? So I so love that you stopped me, because it is so important what she just said. So for those who didn't hear me, number 6 is stop isolating yourself. Mm-hmm. When I say stop isolating yourself, that means it. Okay. So we are triggered by things, right? And if you follow me long enough, I always tell you, when something trigger you, I want you to do like we do to children. Do a 5-minute timeout. Take 5 minutes before you respond. Take 5 minutes before you say something, because we can't take back the words that we say.
Yeah.
And there are so many people that's right now in prison because they didn't take 5 minutes.
See.
Okay. So it's very important to take time to yourself. And I'm going to give y'all something that a new word that I learned this week.
Uh-oh.
Okay. No, this is real life. I asked Dr. Google. Guys, this is real life. Y'all know my son coded 2 years ago, 2024. Okay. I watched a child who I birthed out of my womb. Do y'all hear me? Hello. I ain't finna try to mess up your name, baby. How you doing? I'm glad you joined us today. I had tabs up the name. A child who Nicole said to Dr. Google. Y'all, a child who I birthed out my womb coded on me. Okay. If you've never had a person code on you before, I don't wish it on you. I don't wish it on nobody. Okay. And even though this February makes 2 years, just last week, I was in the hospital with my son. This literally just happened. Okay. Just happened. I was in his room and I'm on my phone. My mom is across from me. He's in his bed. And the code went off in the hospital, y'all. The code goes off. And this is why I tell y'all, preparation is so important. Being in tune with yourself is so important. Knowing who you are is so important. And I'm sitting there and I'm on my phone, and these tears start coming down my face. My heart started palpitating. And I'm like, you're okay. You're okay. What? And I'm literally trying to get myself together. Guys, I could hear. I promise y'all, I can't hear that well. I can hear everything. I hear the people running down the hallway, y'all. I hear them saying, I hear everything. I mean, it is magnified times 10 right now. All of a sudden, I hear the lady in the hallway calling the next to kin. Guys, I am crying. I'm talking about bucket tears. These tears, I'm crying so bad. My mom saying, Rachel, stop. I need you to stop right now. And I'm thinking to myself, I can't stop. I wish I could stop. I want to know why I'm crying like this. I want to know why I am so out of control like this, right? And so I'm just weeping, like literally weeping. And they're calling this man's family. And next thing I hear is, y'all, it's 30 minutes. We need to call it. Y'all, I'm weeping, okay? They call, 45 minutes go by. They say, let's call it. This man passes away. I call my husband to come pick me up from the hospital. I tell my son I'm coming back. Remember I told you when Jennifer said you have to leave the situation? I had to leave the hospital for a moment. I had to leave the situation for a moment. I had to do the ugly cry for the moment. I'm talking about the ugly, ugly cry. I didn't even know why I was ugly crying. My son was safe. I was safe. I didn't know why I couldn't control my emotions, but I knew at that moment I didn't have control. I knew that for some reason I was losing it and I was just crying. So, make a long story short, I don't know why. And so I learned the word. It's called trauma anxiety, guys. It means that your body has already experienced that trauma before. It means that my body already knew what that cold in the hospital meant. It means when they was running down the highway, my body was like, I know what this means. I know what this feels like. Palpitation. When they were saying press, when they were saying go, I knew what they was doing because my body was trying to save me. See, our bodies try to save us from danger. Okay? That's why I tell y'all all the time, when I come on here, I give you strategies, not because everything that I teach you, baby, because I already been through it. Everything that I teach you, baby, because I went to school for it. Me and Jennifer had already been through it, right? And I'm telling you this story because Jennifer brought that up when she was saying about the isolation. I had to remove myself from the situation, to isolate myself from the situation to get under control, because sometimes we do have to remove ourselves. And then I found myself going into depression, right? Because I went back to the hospital with my son when I got together, and I got home, and I was, y'all know, I beat myself up, and I was like, why? What happened? You are a life coach. You are a spiritual midwife. You are Rachel Pins. You speak life into other people. What is going on? What happened today, right? And so sometimes this is so good. Sometimes we can be so hard on ourselves as if we're not human. Come on, somebody. Sometimes we can be so hard on ourselves as if our bodies aren't just regular bodies. Dr. Jennifer got Dr. Jennifer in front of her name, but she's still just a person.
And is
just like everybody else. Just because she owns several businesses, that doesn't mean she doesn't get tired. So I say all that to tell y'all, when we come on here and talk to y'all, it's because we've been there. It's because we've done it. It's because we understand. And so, like Dr. Jennifer said, take a moment and walk away.
Yeah.
Take a moment and walk away and access you. And I said it earlier. Where is it at? It says, tell the truth. How am I feeling? Because my feelings are valid.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that my son wasn't coding. My body was tripping.
Yeah. Your body was coding. You were emotionally coding.
Yes. My body was like in fight or flight or something. My body was responding to their trauma. It was so crazy. And so after I took my bath and I showered, and of course I cried again because I was like, what is wrong with me? What is going on? Because, anxiety stuff will trigger me to have an epilepsy attack. So now I'm like, okay, I don't want to have a seizure. Get it together, right? So I went to Google, and I'm like, Google, I think I had an anxiety attack. What does that feel like? Because I've never had an anxiety attack where I just cry in my heart. So I didn't know what that was like. Yeah. And it said trauma anxiety, y'all. Trauma anxiety. And I was like, wow, that's so crazy. And so today we're talking about bleeding on other people, but that does fit in here too.
Yeah.
We have to know when to walk away. We have to know when we're not okay. Yeah. We have to know when we're not okay. And Jennifer said it. When I'm not okay, I need to go spend time by myself. You do. But I'm going to say this with my whole chest. But I don't want you to spend time by yourself until you meet depression.
Yeah.
I love that. But God, thank you. So good. But God, I don't want you to spend so much time by yourself that depression meet up with you.
Yeah.
Because we can spend so much time talking, I need to heal. I need to heal. And that depression, like, you know what? You ain't nobody. Yeah, nobody love you. Yeah. You know what? While you're up in here sick and you crying and whatever, and depression will knock on that door when you at your lowest point. And so no matter what you're going through, I don't want you to sit there that long. And this is the last point I'm going to ask Jennifer a question. Keep building.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't build from the broken place. I don't want you to feel, oh, this is so good. So God help me say it properly. I don't care if you've been molested. I don't care if you're going through a divorce. I don't care how broken you think you are. If you have a gift in you, I want you to do your gift broken. I
Mm-hmm.
want you to do your gift going through the divorce. I want
Mm-hmm.
you to do your gift. I don't care. But see, the difference is you can still do your gift while you're mourning. You can still do
Mm-hmm.
your gift while you're broken. And how
Mm-hmm.
do you do that? That's what we're going to talk about next. So, y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
let's go. So, Jennifer,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to hit, you can pick anyone you want to because
Okay.
we got 40 minutes, okay?
Okay.
So we're gonna give you examples because I want y'all to understand that everything that me and Jennifer built, baby, we built it broken.
Uh, we're building broken. Ah.
Say it with your chest, okay? With your whole chest, okay?
Uh-huh.
So, divorce,
Mm-hmm.
disappointments, rejections, health setbacks, losses, stress and burnouts. Which one you want to pick?
All of them. like literally all of them. I mean, it's hard to decipher because what do you do? It's not like, and the reason why I say all of them is because it's not like life plays fair.
Girl, because
It's
baby,
not
you could be
like
going through all of them at one time.
you was right on my street. Like it's not like you can be like, oh, okay, well, we got high gas prices, so we're gonna have low light bills, or we gonna have high gas prices, so groceries is gonna go down, or we gonna have a good husband, and so everything else can trip. But I
Come
got
on,
a good husband. What do you do? What do you do when all hell breaks loose at the same time?
at the same time.
You got to learn how to deal.
Come on,
You
come
got
on.
to learn. You got to learn how to. Well, I'm gonna make up a word. I'm about to do it. I'm about to do it. I'm about to do it. I'm
Oh,
about to do
y'all know
it.
she'll make up a word in a minute.
You
Let's
got
go.
to
What's our
learn
new
how to
word for today?
multi-cope. What?
Multi cope, y'all. It's the multi.
Multi-cope. You listen. I got to cope with this. Got to cope with that. I got to cope with the other. All at the same time.
Not the multi cope.
And the bad the it's not the bad thing. The cold piece about life is that we that are givers, we that are ministers, we that are minstrels of life have to be givers even when we don't receive.
Ooh, so
So
good. It's so true.
sometimes we have to give from a place of deficit
Right.
and believe by faith that God is going to fill that void. God, listen, I'm going to be about your business. So while I'm going to be about your business, I'm going to need you to be about mine. You need biblical reference? Okay, I'm glad you asked. All right. So think about Naomi and Ruth and Boaz and all. Okay, she was out there minding her business. She was tending to her business. She was doing what she was supposed to be doing. And he found her.
Right.
That's why the Bible says when a man find a wife, he find a good thing and obtain favor with the Lord, right? So she had to be in her right place, in her right mind, doing her right assignment. Does
Right.
that mean that she was not, still mourning her husband? Does that mean that she was not feeling things in her mind? Does that
Come on.
mean that she was not feeling lonely? Does that mean that she was not broken? No, you don't know what was. It does not talk about how she was feeling in that moment.
So good.
You are left to infer or assume how, I can just imagine how she was feeling. Some good sanctified people say, my Holy Ghost imagination. I can't stand that, but that's what they say, right? But you have to be able to multi-cope through life. And then you have to be able to teach other people how to do it. The problem is when we get to talking about spirituality and ministry, we have to learn how to not minister from a place in which we are not healed from.
Oh, that's
For
so
instance,
good.
if I'm dealing,
Come on.
I'm trying to find a politically correct way of saying this here. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna use this, and it might get me in trouble, but this is the best analogy that I can give you.
I'm
Okay.
scared.
When I was battling through my alternative lifestyle
Hmm.
years ago, right? I knew that I could not go pray for anybody else to be delivered from that.
Okay.
Why? Because I was still battling with that myself.
Got you.
And so that spirit would just high five the spirit and it would reinforce itself. Now, I can't talk about nobody else's life. I can only talk about mine. That was not my plight. That was not my plot. That was not God's design for my life, right? Uh, for instance, when I was dealing with epilepsy, I could not go pray for somebody else to be healed from epilepsy. Why? Because at the end of the day, epilepsy is a spirit and it can jump literally from one. That's how the enemy sometimes manifests himself. Why? And it's not that you bad. It's nothing. It's how the enemy has seen a crack. He gets in. And when your spirit man and your natural man begin to war, then that's when they begin to fight and the convulsions begin. That's just being real about it, right? And so you can't pray somebody out of something that you in.
Oh, that's good.
You
That's
you
good.
just can't do it. You can't. I mean, you can try, but all you're gonna do is because you realize that you're pouring out what you have.
Right.
And if I'm battling the same thing that I'm pouring out on, I'm magnifying that thing between me and them.
Right.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense. That makes sense. It's just like a girl got mad at me. What is off topic? So, I love. Thank you for subscribing, and I understand what you. So, Monet Thompson said that she lost a child, and my prayers are with you. And she said she hate when people say, um, I think she said. Let me make sure I said how she said it. Um, I know how that feel, baby. I would never. I
Mm-mm,
would never.
mm-mm.
Like people have to watch what you say and
Yeah.
how you say
Mm-hmm,
stuff to people. Okay, so tonight we're talking about heal so that you don't bleed on people when you have an assignment. So if your
mm-hmm,
assignment, let's just say I'm going to use a divorce for an example. Um so if you're going through a divorce but you still have an assignment, you
mm-hmm.
still have to do uh my only, oh girl, not her only child. I couldn't even finish my sentence. Jennifer, you see, we both had to move away.
That
That's how I know. That's how I know that you're a whole different set in God. Okay,
you grown,
you
baby.
grown,
Because I
grown.
would still be in the corner rocking,
Um,
licking Windows Central International.
okay. Um, so when you're going through a divorce, and I'm gonna hit on something Jennifer said earlier. If I'm going through a divorce, I may not be able to be talking to ministries about positive marriages at that moment. Does
Yes,
that make sense?
absolutely.
Because I may bleed on their marriages.
Or, oh, can I tag team on
Go
you with
ahead,
that?
tag team. Let's go.
As a single woman, one of the most irritating things for me
Come on.
is for married folk to get
Come
up
on.
in the pulpit and tell me how to live single. You can't do it. Not now, no, not when you going to bed with triceps and biceps and diceps every night, and I got to go home and sing Jesus keep me near the
That's
cross.
true.
That you just can't. You can do it. You can speak like you're married, right? I'm not. You can speak from the time when you were single 99 years ago,
Right.
Baby, the game has
Let me
changed.
pick her
We
shit.
done went from the dating pool to the dating poo-poo to now the dating pool got acid in it. Okay? That's how it has times have changed.
Right.
And so you can identify with the current struggles of singleness because there was no online dating 99 years ago. There was no catfishing. Catfish was something that we went on a date and ate back in
Right.
the day. Now it's when somebody just don't show up. Like it's so many, it's so different. And so we have to be careful that and be sensitive to the fact that we have to know the difference between sympathizing and empathizing with people. And
Right.
we can't teach people how to do something that we're not effective in doing ourselves.
So good. So good. That's so true. I love that. I love that. So disappointments. So they said, so spiritual talk on coping with life challenges, share your story. So let's share a story about a time so that they can see how healing and how you could have bled on your assignment, but you didn't, or if you bled on an assignment. I bled on an assignment before.
Mm-hmm.
So we was in Bible study, y'all. This is a true story. And I had not healed yet from my molestation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we was talking about abortion. And she was stronghold about abortion. She's straight against abortion. People can't have abortion. And she was just, so let's start over. First of all, I've never had an abortion. So let's start there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we wasn't debating if I should have an abortion. We was debating the abortion topic.
Right.
And
Okay.
I said, I do not think that you should force people to have a child if they was molested. And
Okay.
she was just like, right is right and wrong is wrong. And then I'm like, a lie is a lie. Like in the Bible, every sin is, there's no sin that's greater than another sin.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, we like to say that abortion is wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so as you sleeping with somebody else's husband.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go a step further. So are you sleeping with somebody and you're not married? Let me go a step further. So as you cussing somebody out. Well, I don't know if that's a sin. So let me not say that one. So as you stealing. So is people who lie on their taxes. I'm just being honest. A lie is a lie, and a sin is a sin. So my thing that I'm saying is, I was so angry. I really was. I was like, we was just going, and we're in Bible study. Right? And then I was like, and then I felt bad because I was like, I should have been a bigger person and was just let it go instead of being combative, right? But I was so combative because I really wanted her to see my view, but I had to realize, like, she was never going to see my view, because some people who think that right is right only see their right. Does that make sense? She's so busy seeing her right that, so if you only see your right, so that means so every sin is a sin. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So do you sin? Because I'm asking, do you sin? So that means your sin, the sins that you do is no worse than a person who have an abortion. So why do you think that you have the key for somebody who get molested? Why do I have to carry a molester's baby? What gives you that authority? What gives you that authority that I have to carry this molester's baby? That I gotta look at this baby. I want to love the baby that I carry, right? But anyway, and that's when I was like, okay, so until you heal, I realized now I can have that conversation with people. Now I know I kind of sounded a little angry still, right? Because I was just showing you how forceful I was with it. But now I can kind of sit in it, and I can debate with people, and I can talk to people and not be so angry about it, because I realize that is your opinion and that is how you feel, right? And I understand that, like Jesus said, draw the what's it called in the sand?
The line in the sand.
Draw the
Mm-hmm.
line in the sand on a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
and I just walk away. I'm not going to argue with people about a lot of stuff because we
Mm-hmm.
you can't go back and forth with me about sin
Mm-hmm.
because there in the Bible all the sin is the same. So I don't judge you for yours. Don't judge somebody else for theirs. You know.
Right.
But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, but go ahead. So tell them about a time when you bled on someone in your assignment, or a time when you didn't bleed on someone in your assignment, but you was going through it.
Mm. Wow. Um. Oh wow. It's look, it's trying to, it's like I'm trying to, my thoughts is trying to fight over which one is going to come out. I'll use this topic just kind of sticking along with what you were saying. I was called to preach at 7, started preaching when I was 9. Okay. Little black girl in Lawton, Oklahoma, in a Baptist church.
Okay.
Um, and so the problem was, first of all, I was a little girl, right? Girls don't do that in the Baptist church. Um, I was only 7. I understood scripture more than the average grown person. I was able to pronounce words that they still spit on themselves and stumbled over, right? And so all of my life, I felt the need to defend my calling,
Okay.
right? I felt the need to defend my ability to see things and my ability to, articulate things and the visions that God would give me and the dreams that I would have, and then the ability to interpret other people's dreams. All of the things, all of the gifts that God has given me, I would always just, try to defend it because women ought to be studying in the church and all of the things. And so for a long time, I shut down. I just didn't want to do it because I got tired of defending myself.
So good. Come on.
And then I realized that I wasn't hurting anybody but my assignments.
Oh, so good. So
Right.
good.
So if there be a person out there that was waiting and depending on my obedience for
Oh,
their life to be healed, delivered, or set free, those people would still be walking in bondage in this day.
that's
Why?
good. That's
Because
good.
I was so busy worrying about what other people thought, felt, and their conviction concerning my personal relationship with the Lord, right?
That's good.
And then that's when God gave me the revelation of what it means to have a personal relationship with him. There are just some matters that you just don't argue about.
Come on. Come
It, it's
on.
it's just like we're gonna just agree to disagree, because
Yes.
in my relationship with the Lord, this is what we agree on. Now you and your God, y'all do whatever, right? And if you need biblical reference for that, Noah didn't go in and fight with the people on, oh yeah, it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain, he didn't do that, because had he done that, then how many people would have died? Right? I mean, Nehemiah, he would not have built the wall. Like there's so many things that had people taking their eyes off of the prize, off of the relationship,
Ooh,
off of the
so good.
assignment.
So good.
So many people. How many of us would be lost if Jesus would have taken his eye off of the assignment of going to the cross that we might all be saved? How many of us would still be wallowing in sin to this day because he's so busy defending who he is? No, who you say I am?
So good.
I
So
know what
good.
they say. They say this, they say that, but who do you say I am? That right there defines the need for a personal relationship with God.
So
And
good.
when you have a personal relationship with God, there are certain things about me that only certain people know. Right? There are certain things about me that only you're privy to. There are certain things about me that only Nicole are privy to. Like, and it doesn't mean that this person is more important. No, it's just you all know different sides of me, right? And so that comes because you have a personal. There are certain things you can say to me. Some people bet 9. Do what? You see, when I be ready to tear up the temple like Jesus did, sometimes Nicole is the only. Well, no, because Nicole, she be the forerunner for the tearing up the temple. There are some people that are assigned in my life that would be like, Jennifer, that's not the good thing to do, right? So you have to have a personal relationship with God, and so what kept me from uh getting into that place of disappointment, what kept me from bleeding on the people, is pursuing harshly. And I use that word. I pursued God harshly, where nothing else mattered. Nothing. I don't care what nobody think. Not my mama, not my daddy, not my brothers, not my sisters, not my cousins, not my aunties. Do you know how it felt to go to dinners with your family and they overlook your ministry and they would get the greatest heathen in the family to say the family prayer? And I'm gonna just bless my own food because what you just said ain't go past that plate. You know what I mean? Like, but I had to get past that. And so, that was a disappointment for me. But I had to make a choice. Am I gonna let that infiltrate my mind and change my perception?
So good.
Am I gonna let it infiltrate my heart?
So good.
And change my reception? Or am I just going to shrug it off and move on and let it change my direction?
So good. So good. So good. Oh, no. Somebody said, Jesus, that's real, and laughing. No telling what you.
See?
My question for y'all tonight is, what are you currently healing from? And I want you to answer these questions honestly, because the only way that we really leave this podcast changed is if we really ask the questions to ourselves to really be changed. Mm-hmm. What am I currently healing from? I don't care how you pretend that divorce didn't bother you, that job not getting a raise or getting demoted or getting passed over didn't bother you, how not getting invited didn't bother you. I've shared my story. I love that, because sharing your story, and somebody wrote it on YouTube, and somebody wrote it inside TikTok. Sharing your story, y'all don't even realize. I know I just skipped this whole subject. Sharing your story literally helps people. Mm-hmm. Like, that is part of your assignment.
Right.
It really is.
Right.
Your loss, your disappointment, your divorce, your journey, it's literally can help somebody else.
Yeah. And that's Bible. The Bible says that we are overcomers by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. And it's very interesting, the order in which the Bible speaks of that. It says by the blood of the Lamb, which means it had to first come through relationship with God. And then that authenticity, that honesty that you spoke of, because you can't come before God and lie. Ooh. You have to tell the truth. And so once you've gotten it right with him, now I don't care what other people say. So it's the blood of the Lamb. I done got it right with God. And now the word of my testimony. Now I can tell people the truth, and I won't be moved by the looks on their faces.
Come on now. Hello, Bernard. We're glad you tuned in with us tonight. When I tell you, when I first, I think it was a podcast. When I first talked about my domestic violence, our relationship, it is amazing. The females that give you the I would never.
Girl,
I would
ain't
have. No way. No, ain't no way no man gonna beat on me. Ain't no way. Yeah. Right? It's crazy that how, as female to female, that I can come to you, I'm crying out to you, I'm leaning on you, sister to sister, I'm opening up, I'm letting you know what's going on with me, what happened to me, and it be our sisters be the main ones, not the dudes.
Mm-hmm.
The dudes be like, man, I hate that happened to you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
sisters be like, baby, and never would. I wish he would. I wish.
Mm-hmm.
And that is so, ladies, that is so not what a sister need from you when she first opens up that she's been getting abused.
Yeah.
That is the reason why so many sisters get beat on and don't tell you.
Mm-hmm.
That is the reason why they suffer. Um, that is so many reasons why they suffer so long in silence because they don't want to be judged by their fellow sisters,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so I say that because it was a, I'm not gonna lie, I guess I just didn't care. Once I finally left my abusive marriage, I was just glad to be out of there.
I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free.
Right? So anybody that know me, I'm naturally a fighter. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've been fighting since fourth grade.
Lord Jesus.
These hands is rated everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've never been scared of anybody to fight. I'm just being honest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when I got married, like I mean, he's my husband. He's the love of my life. Like he's supposed to love me and nurture me and not fight me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so to fight at the place where you're supposed to be loved and nurtured and cared for, it was crazy work. And but once I left that relationship, I talk about it because I'm not the only person who
Yeah.
who stayed in a marriage for almost 13 years. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. You know, one of the biggest things for me was when, as an advocate
Mm-hmm.
for domestic violence, when I slipped and fell, I found myself back in it.
Oh.
Like this was 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like this man held me hostage. Like this was the worst situation ever. Like, you know, and it was like, God, how did I do? You so I disappointed myself.
I'm gonna answer that question, Bernard, in a second. Go ahead.
I was like, how did I end up here? And but what that showed me is that no one ever arrives.
You say it.
Sometimes love can be an addiction. It's just
Come
like
on.
it's like an addiction. I often I remember one time I went to the 12-step program with one of the survivors, because you know it was a cause and effect type thing, and so the little sponsor people, man, whatever, was like, you know, so we're gonna play this game, and you know I'm not really the game kind of girl or whatever, but I love to think, and so he was like, I'm gonna say the 12 people creed or whatever, the 12-step creed, whatever. Mm-hmm. And he was like, and I want you to come back and I want you to give it to me from the domestic violence standpoint. You know, girl, you know, now, you know, that was right up my alley, you know? And so I was like, okay, do it. So he, you know, he said his little piece and then I said my little piece. And for the first time I saw healing merge for the people that were there. Because in that moment, no one was judging anybody else. We realized that healing comes in many forms. Though the words may be different, the action that's needed is the same for everyone.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bernard, you said something. And I can't tell you for every female, Bernard. I'm going to tell you for me. And this was very embarrassing for me to admit. And I only admitted this I think a couple of years ago when I finally admitted this out loud.
What was the question?
The question is, why do women hit men? Okay. So let me tell you. Okay, so in my first marriage, so before I was married, okay, I used to fight in school. I was just a fighter. But a backstory to that was I was molested. Okay, so I was just angry. I was just misunderstood. So let's just start there. Okay, so then I got married. And then my husband hit me. And I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked because I was like, "You supposed to be my person. Like, you're not supposed to hit me, right?" It's a lot that went into that. But I stayed, and it's too long. We only got 10 minutes. This is not gonna be the show for that. But people don't understand why people stay. I
Mm-hmm.
stayed because I was molested by step people. So in my brain, I was like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't want my children to have step people in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to stay in this marriage. This marriage was going to last. I love him, he loves me, and we're going to make it work. And I did everything I could to make it last. And I'm going to try to fast forward. I was had a dream one day. This is a true story. And in my dream, I was so pretty. I'm like, oh, I'm looking cute. And these rose petals was coming down. And that's when I realized I was looking at my funeral. And
Mm-hmm.
I heard this voice said, this shall pass. And basically, God was showing me in the dream that if I stayed in that marriage, that my husband was going to kill me. And forgot, my children was looking down at my funeral. And so if
Mm-hmm.
I would have stayed in that marriage, my husband was going to kill me and my children was going to be at my funeral. And they was
Mm-hmm.
little kids too. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fast forward. So I had to leave that marriage. Okay. And so when I got with my husband now, oh, this is like right on time. So when we talk about bleeding on your assignment. So when I got with my husband now, we was having an argument, and I put my hands on him. I was like, boop. And my husband was like, wait a minute,
Like off.
wait, pause. And y'all, when I tell y'all, his facial expression was like, what just happened? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Y'all, he packed his clothes up and got in his car and drove off. And I was like, what happened? Where he going? Right? And so when we talked on the phone, he was just like, I don't want a relationship where people put their hands. I don't want you to hit me. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to be hit on. And this is a true story. I was like, so I don't care, right? I mean, right? So I'm on
Mm-hmm.
a phone with my girlfriend. And I'm like, girl, and let me tell you, and da da da, and da da. He was like, he don't want nobody to hit on him. And when I heard myself say what he said,
Mm-hmm.
guys, it was like a light bulb went in my head.
Right.
It was like, wait a minute. He just said to you what you were saying to your first husband.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be hit on.
Yeah.
I just want to be loved.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, da da, light bulb moment. And I called him and I was like, I don't know if I would ever hit you again, but I want to say that I won't. And I want to say that I'm sorry. And I want to say that I would say I want to never do that again. I want to believe that I'll never do that again. Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I've never done that again. And I think that I bled on him. I bled on my assignment. I bled on my husband because I hadn't healed. I
Mm-hmm.
did it from just what I had been doing,
Yeah.
out of just argue before you hit me, I'm gonna hit you first,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Out of
That's what I was
what I
gonna
was
say.
out
Yeah.
of out of the cycle, just out of get you
It's a
before you get
defense
me.
mechanism. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but hearing him say exactly what I had been saying to my first husband, don't hit me, love me.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do to me. And it was crazy that I didn't
Mm-hmm.
hear him. I couldn't hear him though.
Mm-hmm.
I never care. You ain't gonna ever talk crazy to me. Like, he don't know about me. I have another one you in a minute. I'll replace you tomorrow.
Okay,
Like,
Beyonce.
admit it. Like, I don't care if he leave. Like, everybody be calling out. Like, I got guys all the time trying to holler at me. I don't care. Like, I didn't care. I didn't hear nothing he was saying. But when I repeated what he said to my best friend, it broke my heart.
Yeah.
Because then I heard me in his voice. And I
Mm.
was like, you're better than that. And
Okay.
sometimes We have to hear ourselves. Oh, this is so good. We have to be who we want to be. We have to become what we want to be to people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we have to. I want to be a better person.
Mm-hmm.
I was becoming my environment. No,
Yeah.
oh, that's so good. I had become my abusive environment. If
Mm-hmm.
if my husband would have allowed it, my new husband, we would have been fighting. Why? Because I brought that to him.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
so deep, y'all. We can't be bleeding on people. And I gotta say this before we go. If we get into new marriages, and this is so true, and I didn't mean to, I wouldn't even plan on talking about this, but I went from a marriage to another marriage. I never had a chance to go. I went from one marriage to dating a few people to another marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I never had a chance to heal. I never had a chance to I never had a chance to heal. So
Mm-hmm.
I healed with my husband. I'm so glad that he was like he trusted me enough to be like, okay, you better not hit me again. Right? I'm glad
Mm-hmm.
that he
Mm-hmm.
trusted me enough, but I had to
Mm-hmm.
heal. And there's days I am not gonna lie when I was mad and I was angry and I broke hangers in the closet because I don't know what to do with that anger. I didn't know what to do with that. And I'm gonna fast forward it. And then God woke me up. He's like, get up. And I wrote a book. It's called Take Your Life Back. And for
Mm-hmm.
those who know me long enough, I thought I did book tours with this book. And when I tell you, we wrote when I did the book tours, it's called Take Your Life Back, and we wrote down things and we threw it in the trash. And I'm such a believer of releasing things. I'm such a believer of it. Once you realize what hurts you, what offends you, what bothers you, now you gotta let it go. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
let it go. You gotta say, hold on, because it's gonna hang up TikTok. You gotta say, this hurts me.
Mm-hmm.
This is bothering me.
Yeah.
I no longer want this in my life. This is no
Mm-hmm.
longer acceptable to me. And then once you decide that this is not who you want to be, or this is not acceptable in your life no more, then what are
Mm-hmm.
you going to do to make sure that it's not acceptable? What are you going to do to be the change that's needed? Right? Are you laughing at me?
No,
What
I'm
the
laughing
girl
because
said?
no, the lady said, "Is there such thing as overhealing?" Because Dr. Gilbert is a cake that has cooked for way too long. Um, the shade, number one. Um,
They didn't mean it.
they meant that they said
We
all the
have 3
time.
minutes. Do the survivors have any
Um,
questions before we go?
that was a real question. Um, uh, you know, for me, being single for so long, like for real single, not playing the field, not sleeping around, not doing all of the things. I I my pain was so deep that my healing had to run deeper.
You better say it. You better
And
say it.
so until that healing ran deeper than my pain, I refused to pull anybody else into my life. And now, because I am so healed, if you would, overhealed, as they say, now because I am so healed, I'm very now protective of my peace. I don't have time for the foolishness. I know now what it means to vacation by myself. I know what it is now to eat by myself. I know what it is now to live by myself. I know what it is now to take care. I'm fine. I'm good by myself. You know what I'm saying? And so I do want to date. I do desire to be with someone, but at the same time, I will not forfeit the peace of my life for a
I
piece
love
of,
that.
yeah.
Do
I
you
mean,
know Bernard?
I do. I know a few Bernards.
His last name
Bernard.
with a C,
Oh
Poston.
yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he said, Dr. Jennifer, I want to respect you as a woman of God and be a good man of God. I am just going through things in my life. I love you all on here, but time you but no, I want to be your man.
Girl, stop playing. Where that's at?
It's on Facebook.
I'm done. Good night. And all the church. Can you get a benediction?
Okay. So healing is not a vacation. Healing is a decision. Healing is
That's right.
truth. Healing is forgiveness. Healing is boundaries. Healing is replacing lies. I want to make sure make sure y'all know what replacing lies means. So I want to say one, for example. Divorce. I'm going through a divorce. I'm not lovable. That's a lie.
And is.
And is. The truth is that you're still worthy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bad at business. That's because your business is failing or not doing. That's a lie. I need training, or you need to go get help. Okay. All right, let's go. Healing is replacing lies. Healing is release. Healing is choosing to show up anyway. Because if you do not heal, you bleed on people who didn't cut you. So that is it. That was a lot to unpack. I hope that we got everything out. She's from the pits. I wonder if she laughing what you just said. So we might do a date. We might do a date matchup on
the devil is a lie. And the truth ain't in him.
I'm just saying.
No, ma'am. We're not doing that. I don't even we need to block people. Just
so
okay. It's 9 o'clock.
It is 9. I'm so glad, guys. Tonight was amazing. As usual, we're so glad that y'all are on. We'll see y'all next Tuesday. Tomorrow is Bible study for anybody who want to join us in Bible study. It's on Godfidence Facebook, Godfidence Women Facebook. We're on chapters 46 through 50. Girl, what am I doing? I don't even know right now. Apparently. Oh, we got another message, but I guess you can't see it. Sorry, y'all. I can't see the message and try to do my thing.
Okay, I don't see no messages. So maybe I'm doing something. I don't know. I don't see nothing. There's something probably just ain't meant for me to see.
Thank you for joining us today on the Godfidence Women Podcast. Remember, on Tuesdays, we here every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Not in circumstances. Keep shining, keep believing, and keep walking in your confidence. Until next time, stay blessed and stay bold. And remember,